I did. I have a confession to make.
You already knew about this?
No, I have a confession to make. I don't know any of the Disney news, which is why you're going to teach me. But I did have to format our kids' Switch card to record audio. So, Merry Christmas.
It's okay. They play enough video games. They won't even know. How many games do you think our son has like that you've built and he's gone in and just destroyed?
It doesn't even matter. I gave up on that hope after our daughter destroyed your Dreamlight Valley.
Please. Okay, so we're back. Because Steven wants to record stuff again. I love you.
Shut up.
And okay,
Gary.
but the real thing is we're just doing what we do from day to day in like one video segment because we share an office together because we love each other that much. And all day long I just spout
Yeah.
new Disney news at you.
I'll be like editing.
Deep in an edit.
Oh my God. I'm like, okay, what do I have to do? What happened today? She's like, do you want to go to Disneyland? And because this, and this.
It's really hard when it is your job to keep up with the Disney media and post about it, and I love it. But it also like just feeds the beast wanting to go over and over again.
Well, I also don't get to go nearly as much as you do, and we don't have season passes anymore, but I have been living vicariously through you.
Listen, I propose a trip all the time. You just turn me down because you're being financially conscious.
Yeah.
Is that a word?
Yep, 100%.
Conscious? Okay, anyway, let's get into the Disney news that I did not fill you in on today. I saved it.
And this is going to be the place where you hear good Disney news. We'll have our opinions and everything, but for us, it's like...
I don't know. We really like Disney. We kind of don't womp on Disney in ever.
Now, that's not to say we don't dislike some of the choices they make.
I mean, you can't be happy with everything, though.
Correct, but we're not here to be beggars or choosers. We're just here to take what we want and leave.
I mean, we like Disney. What can we say?
Okay, tell me about the news. You said something happened today.
So today, they finally kind of circled back around. They released, like around D23, they released all of these different things that were coming in like 2025 and beyond. Luckily, we've got several things that are coming in 2025, and we finally got some timelines, not dates. Disney still hasn't committed to any dates yet.
In true fashion.
In true fashion. For winter 2025, which let's say that's January, February. I don't think it is, though, because the news that we have is that they were taking what is currently Bug's Life and replacing it with Zootopia.
Oh, so my kids won't be scared. Oops, sorry. Bleep that one out. I'm sorry. Our kids are deathly afraid.
I don't think we're alone. I don't think a lot of kids. I don't think a lot of adults currently like the Bug's Life. It might be a little bit spooky. I don't know. It's 4D.
Just the fact that you feel the crawlies underneath you.
Is that it? I thought it was the giant hopper that comes in. Okay, so Bug's Life is going to be replaced with Zootopia in Zootopia Better Together, which is going to be super exciting. And then Dinosaurs is going to eventually go away in 2025. Yeah. So those are the things at Animal Kingdom that you need to be aware of.
Well, and Dinosaurs is going away because they're probably starting construction.
They're starting the transition into the new America's area that they're bringing into Animal Kingdom, which is super exciting. But they've got to transition that out. So Dino-Rama, which is the...
I thought you were about to say dying. I can't say it now. Ali.
It must not be named. That's not what we're talking about right now. Dino-Rama and then Triceratops, that's fading out real soon. Did it already go? It's gone. It's soon. But nobody's going to miss it. But Dinosaur, you have a little bit longer to ride Dinosaur at Animal Kingdom before it goes away and is replaced.
Okay, that was Animal Kingdom
That's news. Animal Kingdom news. And then later we've got things coming into... where? Epcot. Later we've got things coming into Epcot. So we're going to get a Spaceship Earth Lounge.
What is that?
That's coming to, so it's going to be truly a lounge where you can go, you can rest, you can grab some drinks and stuff. Is that me?
Yep,
I'm blowing up. So we're going to have a Spaceship Earth Lounge that's coming over to Epcot, and it is going to come into the spring.
Nay. Late spring is what the flyer says.
Late spring. So when
AKA
May.
June 20th.
Technically.
They got till June 20th.
But I mean, I can expect like May for a Spaceship Earth Lounge. And but Test Track is coming back, which Logan will be very excited about.
Yep, 100%. All right, so
it's too late. We gotta drink our coffee.
It's decaf. It's not gonna help.
They don't know that.
I know that.
Animal Kingdom, Better Together, Zootopia, Better Together, Bye Bye Dinosaur. Then we've got Epcot, and we've got Spaceship Earth Lounge, and we've got Test Track finally coming back. Late spring. Does that say late spring? No, late summer. So we're creeping into the fall for Test Track to come back. And then over in Hollywood Studios, you remember how they kind of mentioned the villain show?
Oh, no, I didn't.
So Lightning McQueen closed down because they're bringing in a villain show over into the Lightning McQueen space.
No way.
Yeah, that's where that's going. And so we finally have a summer opening.
Oh, wait, it's like the Villains Park is going over there?
No, not the Villains Park. That's separate. That's a great question. It's a villain show that is happening in the Lightning McQueen space at Hollywood Studios.
So that they can make Jollywood great.
I mean, like Jollywood, much better this year, by the way, but that's another topic. And then we also have the beginning of like the transition for.
They say that that's going to open they call it a delightfully wicked stage show the summer of this year, 2025, which is kind of crazy that they said it was going to open the summer.
Yeah, but you got to think about it. They closed down Lightning McQueen, September, October of this year?
Oh, has it been that long?
Mm-hmm. It's been that long already.
Interesting.
So then also, this is one of those that's kind of like they've talked about on and off, and I've kind of questioned whether
it's been a mystery since COVID.
Going to happen. The Little Mermaid stage show is coming back to the animation courtyard. It's been refreshed. It has the animated feel. Is kind of like they're going. It's kind of, I would imagine that it's still going to be like the sing-alongs that we have.
Oh, like the
over at Frozen and over at Beauty and the Beast. It's going to have those same vibes, but it's going to be like the traditional animated kind of feel. But it has a live cast with characters and everything. So we finally got summer for that to return. That's been like on the back burner for ages. And then finally, the thing that I'm most excited for is Disney Starlight. We are getting a nighttime electrical parade at Walt Disney World, and that is coming in the summer. Thank goodness.
Shiny nighttime parade.
Shining nighttime parade.
The marketing term is.
But then over there in the Pirates area of Adventureland, Tortuga Tavern is going to get a refresh, and we're going to have a new Pirates-inspired tavern. So a big upgrade over there for the Tortuga Tavern area. As of right now, it was still open. So I'm not quite sure when it's going to close. We haven't heard yet.
But it does say that they'll have this by late 2025, a.k.a. December. Maybe 2026. That's awesome. They've also released from the flyers, they've released what else?
Okay, so the big thing that I think we keep forgetting about, because it was announced and then it's kind of just out there. If you are booking a 2025 resort package, or just a room reservation at the resorts, the very first day that you arrive, you get a free entry into the park. So I think that's a big case for making sure your flights arrive early.
Yep.
At Orlando, so that you can go take advantage. There's Blizzard Beach that's going to be open during the winter season, and then it'll rotate out back to Typhoon Lagoon come spring, summer. So don't forget to take advantage of your free water park entry on your arrival day. That's just good for your arrival day. It opens at 10 a.m. So if you get there super early, you're really not missing anything. And it's actually a whole lot of fun if you've never tried it before.
Yeah, I mean, the especially like Typhoon Lagoon, our kids love the wave pool, to the point of
It's their favorite thing to do.
yeah,
The river.
sometimes more than the parks.
And Typhoon and the actual wave pool. Yeah.
Okay, so that's Disney Park news.
Disney Park news.
We are days away from people taking media tours of the treasure, if I'm not correct.
So the treasure has already had people touring through. It docked in New York to do its christening just a couple weeks ago, the week right before Thanksgiving. A lot of agencies and different media personalities got to go through and tour the treasure, which was super exciting. We had a couple agents representing the Vacationeer. So we saw a lot of great things through them. Right now they're doing cast member preview sailings.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
So to kind of like, work through all of the different things, they are actually sailing with the cast members, and I'm guessing cast member families. That's normally, I think, how that works.
That's cool. I didn't know
Big
they
guess
did that.
there.
I knew they did that on the parks, but I didn't know they did that on the cruise
Yeah,
lines.
but doesn't it just make sense? And isn't that a cool perk that that's something you get to do? And then because we are with the travel agencies, we are having preview cruise opportunities. So
Nay.
I am with a travel agency, and because I get to do media, we get to go on a preview cruise. So we've got a couple of people who are going on the first one, and then I am going on the second one with a lot of fun agents, and we'll get to tour that. And right after that, on the 21st, is the Maiden Voyage, like the official Maiden Voyage. The treasure, if you don't know, is a 7-night sailing. Before that, the Fantasy has been
the 5
is the 7-night sailing.
Gotcha.
So now this new ship is going to have 7-night sailings. That means you're going to have 2 different shows at World of Marvel. You're going to have 2 different shows at the Coco themed restaurant, and then not California Grill. What's it called? 1928. What if I want to call it California Grill? It has a California classy vibe.
Yeah.
It is there's no unique show. You're just going to have 2 different menus. So yeah.
That's awesome.
It's going to be fun. The ship's beautiful, and I can't wait to show you all about it. I have a list of things that I'm really looking forward to seeing now that I've seen bits and pieces.
Can I share what I am excited for you to see?
Yes,
so that way you
please
can
do.
kind of experience it vicariously for me.
I will.
I think the Haunted Mansion parlor is going to be awesome. Like, I really, truly think, like, the Halcyon, it's not the Halcyon, it's
It's where
what is the
Star
one
Wars.
What is it called?
It's called Hyperspace.
Hyperspace Lounge. It's the same place.
On the Wish.
On the Wish, the Haunted Mansion parlor is in the treasure. I'm excited for you to experience that, but I actually probably am more excited for you to experience the 20 Leagues Under the Sea pub.
20,000 feet. So the Periscope pub, that was a surprise thing that all of the agents have walked away talking about so far. It's so cool because it's actually screens above you on the ceiling, so you really do feel like you're submerged under the sea. And just the theming altogether is fantastic. It is truly the pub, so that's where you're gonna watch the games. That's where the beers are really gonna be on tap.
Yeah.
And the different small bites and stuff, and the late night trivia and whatnot is gonna be there. So
I just think that them upgrading the pubs, like the pubs have been one of my favorite things on the cruise because it's just like homey and like it's decent, and honestly we love trivia, so we're always in there for trivia and stuff, but like to have that experience elevated through technology, I'm a sucker for that.
I love it because it's pretty basic on the Wish.
Yeah, it is.
And they decided to give it this themed spin at another level that they haven't done on the other ships with the pubs. And it also makes me excited because on the Destiny, are you going to hang in tonight?
Yep, 100%.
My goodness. The Destiny is going to have another themed one, but it's going to be Pirates themed.
That, like, I think them trying it with the Periscope Lounge and then going into Pirates, like, is going to be so fascinating and so cool.
It's going to be great.
Those are like the 2 things. I mean, the ship itself it feels, from the pictures we've seen, it feels awesome. I'm excited for you to experience. You're not Ooh, can I share this? You're not typically a showgirl. Like, you don't like this. Do you like the shows on the
I
cruises?
do love the shows, but like I see the shows once, and if I get to sail the ship again, I typically choose to go do something
Mm,
else, unless
that
it's a
makes
show I
sense.
really love. I am very excited to see the new
Moana.
Moana show that's going to be coming. It's not been on any of the ships, it's brand new to Disney Cruise
I
Line.
am Moana.
I mean, we're on a Moana high. We just saw Moana 2. There's going to be live action Moana coming out next year. We now have a stage production of Moana happening on Disney Cruise Line. I think Disney loves some Moana right now.
Rightfully so. She's a great
And
princess.
Lin-Manuel Miranda is really making that money. So that's going to be exciting. I am worried though. We're on
Okay.
there for just 3 days.
Oh yeah, you're
for
not
the
there for the
preview.
7 days.
We aren't getting a full 7 days. And so I'm going to be running my little tushy off, trying to make sure that we see all of the things that we need to see.
Don't worry, I'm looking up if there's Disney or inaugural.
Are you looking up sailings for us
sailing.
to book?
No, I'm just seeing if there's still more. Last time we checked, there's still
On the Maiden
Voyage.
Yeah, a week ago we still looked, and there were still interior rooms for the Maiden Voyage from the 21st to the 28th. That's over Christmas. They're not doing a Christmas theme during the Maiden Voyage. It's just going to be a regular sailing, but that makes sense. Like the first time you experience it, it should be
it's gone.
the ship. It's gone. Everything's gone.
Well, I mean,
everything's sold out.
What's fascinating? Yes, it is. Everything's sold out. I mean, we could technically go the week of your birthday.
That sounds like a great plan.
Don't tempt me with a good time. I'll cancel all my plans. But it is a whopping almost 10 grand. So I don't know
for the two of us or for the four of us.
That's just two.
So an interior room for the second sailing is going to be around $10,000 for two people, but it starts to drop back down as you get into January. Prices are higher. It is a 7-night and it is a brand new ship, but it is going to be a fantastic new ship. And right on its heels in November of next year is going to be the Disney Destiny.
Which our kids are kind of excited about both because the Destiny is all heroes and villains.
Heroes and villains themed, but we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah,
there.
it's fine. But the things that people want to know about the treasure is are the lounges as cool as they say?
I really hope so.
Is the food up to snuff? Like, are there any new stuff? Like, because we've talked about this, the pool deck doesn't have any.
It doesn't have anything new, but I love the
Agreed.
quick service at the Wish, and so I'm really looking forward to that on the Treasure.
I'm also very interested if they're going to serve churro waffles on a 7-day cruise, which
because they don't on the Wish.
Correct, and so like
that is a
like
critical question. That is something that we are going to need to know. How do we find somebody on the inaugural sailing? If you're going on the inaugural sailing,
Peter, Kitra, like we know you're
going on the inaugural sailing of the Treasure. I don't know. They just got back from Japan, didn't they?
That doesn't matter.
We've been stalking your social media. Going into the holidays at Walt Disney World, what are things that you feel like people should know? Like should have expectations for? If they've never done Christmas at Disney World, I feel like you've either done the research and read the blogs and watched the videos and
I don't think you know. If it's your first time holidays at Disney,
and it is for a lot of people.
It is. I think your expectation should be what are the 4 or 5 memories that I'm going to make with my family, not how many rides can I pack in and how. Let's just say, remember what the crowd.
I like that perspective.
Yeah,
like a shift of expectations that you're here to make memories and have a vacation. You cannot. Even on a really light season, you cannot do it all.
100%. Well, you remember when we were kids and Black Friday was like a mad dash and you had to deal with a lot of people and you may or may not have gotten the TV that you wanted. That's what Disney parks feel like, Disney World at least, during the winter.
Yeah.
I mean, the tip or advice we would have is if you're not going to a Christmas party, go to Magic Kingdom in the morning of a Christmas party because
100%.
the capacity of the park is down. Doesn't mean it's like non-existent, but in a holiday season, it tends to be
Less
less if you
because
rope
the
drop.
park is closing early, and so people just don't want to waste their day going when the park closes early, when in all reality, you're
You
going to get the most done on those
Well,
days.
and to your point, the most done, but you'll get what you could probably accomplish in a day in a couple hours, like
Right.
in like
It's
the
just going to be less crowded and less of a hassle to get around the park. No, it's still going to be full. It's still Magic Kingdom. It's always the most popular park, and it is the park that feels the most like the holidays.
well, and I would also argue too that sometimes when there's a party night, the other parks feel a little bit more exasperated because everybody has chosen Epcot, Hollywood Studios, or and AK Animal Kingdom because the same reason why
Yeah.
was choosing Magic Kingdom.
Here's the thing to know though, if you are going on the actual week of Christmas, so let's say the 21st through the 29th, all of those specialty things that were exclusive to the party, like the Minnie's
Oh, I
fireworks
didn't. Yeah,
spectacular and the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas parade, those things actually happen during the park days
I didn't know that woman until
from the
the other day.
21st to the 29th. And it's grown into that over the last couple of years as things have come out of COVID. So you're going to get to see the extra special Christmas things during that Christmas
Yeah,
week specifically.
yeah.
So you've got multiple days to potentially go in. Here's the thing. When you see that the prices to the parks are that expensive and the resorts are that expensive, you've got to know that that means Disney knows the parks are going to be very full.
Hopping.
Your multi-pass is going to be extra expensive that day. If you decide to do the new Premier Pass, it's going to be extra expensive. I also would not be surprised if Premier Pass sells out for that week of Christmas. Premier Pass is the new pass where in a particular park you can ride every single lightning lane within that park, and the prices vary from like 129 all the way up to like 450 at Magic Kingdom on the most expensive day. You can't park hop with it. It is what it is. You get one lightning lane for each ride at that park. So if it's worth it to you and it's a special occasion, 100% do it. And it would be a nice to have on these occasions because multi-pass is probably also going to sell out during these times. And if you're staying on resort, you get the advantage because you can start booking all of your multi-pass reservations 7 days out. But you're probably going to shoot for morning times. A lot of the people who can book 3 days out because they're staying off site or they have an annual pass, they will get those afternoon
I
slots.
didn't know that.
And then by the time you get done with your morning slots at Magic Kingdom, you may not have afternoon slots. You may just get those 3 advanced lightning lanes. So it's a tricky business. And then because all of the lightning lanes are sold out, the standby line is that much longer.
Yeah, I also think
Patience.
Yeah,
Pack your
patience is like the
Pack your patience, as some of my agents would say.
yeah, and I would also say that like from a strategic standpoint, like if you're going to see the fireworks show or like some of the late night shows, be prepared to either just wait and like wait for the crowds to pass, or if you have small kids with strollers, like plan the routes that are like probably closer to Tomorrowland because they open that backwards passage instead of going straight down
You're
Main
getting
Street.
into the deep nuggets now.
Yeah, like it's just like strollers are great. Like we've had them for ages. We've finally gotten to the point where our kids don't have them, but I will tell you, exiting the park on like fireworks or any late night show is just mayhem, especially with strollers because
Right.
people are just like weaving and rolling.
They're ready to get out of there.
So like go towards Tomorrowland, they open that passway through and you're great. But I also would say if you can get don't use the strollers.
Here's a secret that's not really a secret. We're not fireworks people. And I think it's because of the chaos that ensues before and after. So we are happy watching the fireworks from the People Mover. If you are if it doesn't matter if you have a perfect view, then get a view from the back or get a view near the exit, just so you can experience them. But a lot of people are dedicated fireworks people.
Yeah, 100%. Or if you're like really like wanting to ride some rides, I mean, do it while the fireworks show is happening, and you can ride like we've ridden Haunted Mansion, Peter Pan, Small World, and like
Yeah,
one more. Like you
back to
can back
back.
to back because everybody's is waiting for Ever After. Oh, right?
Yeah. No, that's the
Oh
old
no,
one.
happily
Happily Ever
ever
After
after.
is this one, yeah. And but it's the
I'm good.
Christmas one over that Christmas
Oh,
week. Here's the good thing about fireworks shows right now. They are at 8 a.m. during regular park days.
oh, I
Or
didn't.
not 8 a.m., 8 p.m. during regular park days, where like in the summertime, they're like
10
not
p.m.
until 9:30, 10. So, yeah.
That's great. All right, so holidays, I also would say just temperature wise, it is some of the best weather you're going to have. December, January, February in Florida is like the best time to be in Disney
It is a
World.
beautiful time. You want a holiday hot take?
Yep.
Holiday hot take. Take a cruise instead. Take a Disney cruise. Go ahead and book it now because it's going to be cheaper than when you get closer to time. And you can get free onboard credit if you book the vacation year, which is a nice thing to have. But the thing about cruising, and you know this, I've taught you this now, it is all of the fun of Disney with characters and theming and atmosphere, but just so much more laid back and so
Agree
much
with
more
you.
chill. And they do the holidays and all of the special events so well that it feels like a special time. The decor is beautiful, the characters are extra special, the treats are extra special, and things like that. So
And you do have lounges like the Haunted Mansion Lounge or like the Scat Cat
if you're
Lounge or
going
the
on a
Treasure.
new one,
It is. The kids love it. Like the kids probably are.
maybe we should do a Christmas cruise next year.
I live with her. Um, you're probably going to be on the Destiny next year. We don't know. Maybe. Who
Listen,
knows?
I ain't counting on nothing, but that'd be really nice.
Yeah, 100%. And I think you're right. Like Disney Cruise, I do think that our parent, or not my parent, our parents, oh, our kids, um, do like the feeling of Christmas, like cold Christmas tree. I'd be interested to see if they would like rebel because they
They
rebelled
would
last year.
totally pull a Kevin
Yeah,
McAllister.
100%. Like getting lost in New York City versus like in Miami on Home Alone 2. So, well, this has been great. Is there any other news that we need to hit or anything you would like to hit as we wrap up
No,
this episode?
there's always something else that we can talk about in the world of Disney and the parks.
What I'm excited is that by the next episode, you will be prepping for the treasure
We're just going to talk about the treasure some more. So
Yep.
just be prepared. We're going to have a lot to say
Well,
about the treasure, but
yeah.
so does the rest of the world.
100%.